Today's episode of the Read Pile is brought to you by Audible.com. Get a free audiobook download and a 30-day free trial at www.audibletrial.com/nerdupmedia. Over 150,000 titles to choose from for your iPhone, Android, Kindle, or MP3 player.
I'm Elle, and I'm already sick of Valentine's Day.
And I am the sus man, Rick Sussman, and I just can't get anything wrong. But more on that soon. You are watching the Read Pile.
It's the week of January 21st, and here's some comic book news you can use.
Sorry, I was promoting
the
new shirt that I got. Anyhow,
yes.
Comic book news you could use for this week. There was a big announcement yesterday.
Oh, yes?
Marvel Comics had a big announcement covered by the Newsaramas and the Bleeding Cools and all of those other comic book news sources. But unlike them, of course, we are the comic book news source that doesn't suck. I believe I had this one. A few months ago, they released a book. They said a book was going to come out called Secret Wars, and that it was going to feature, like the return of all of these crazy Marvel events like House of M and Civil War, and everyone was freaking out. You remember this? You remember people freaking out about that? Yeah, you don't remember because you don't want me to be right. So, at that point, they also released a book called Avengers: Time Runs Out, Part 1, which said in 8 months, time runs out. Do you remember me going on about that?
I do.
Well, 3 months to go, and in 3 months, 4 months, pardon me.
Okay.
So it'll be 4 months, give or take. It's going to be May. What happens in May, Elle?
Free Comic Book Day?
What else is coming out the same week as Free Comic Book Day? In fact, like the day before Free Comic Book Day.
I don't know, a movie?
A movie. Avengers Part 2. And Secret Wars begins. And Marvel has said this week that yes, in fact, the sus man was right. Well, they didn't say that part. They should have. We're taking all of Marvel's continuity and we're smashing it together. So, like the Ultimate Universe, the 616, the Zombie Universe, all of these parallel realities where the Spider-Verse is happening, all of this stuff, it's all coming together into this one world called Battle World, and all of it's going to exist on this planet. And they sort of left it at that. But they basically said that the Marvel continuity that we have known for 54 years, because, we've read all of those books. Is coming to an end, and they're doing a new one. They're starting over.
Okay.
I believe...
Okay.
Excuse me?
Oh, I have to say it. These words have to come out of my mouth. My mouth.
Just hang out with my Grumpy Cat deck box for a minute.
This guy, I guess, he was right.
There you go. I called it here. I called it on those two jerks. I even got retweeted about it. I was right. And it's okay. This is cool. This is the opportunity you and I have been waiting for a lot of Marvel books. If we want to jump on board, we will have that option starting Free Comic Book Day.
That is true. I am looking forward to that.
You like Untitled Squirrel Girl?
It's true, and I have been trying to find some interest in the Marvel Universe.
Yeah. Well,
it falls through, and a lot of the times it's because there's storylines that are just going on, and I feel like I'm going to be missing out too much on an origin story or something that's ongoing, and to be able to get on board, just to have the opportunity, I think.
It's pretty cool.
It's going to be fun enough.
Yeah. So that's enough gloating for this part of the show. Shall we?
It never will be, but we'll settle for it.
Shall we review some comics?
All right.
Let's review some books.
Time for comic book reviews. So, I am going to start with a new one. Rain. It is a book by Image. And I am not a big fan. We're just going to go ahead and just say that right up front. I thought it would be interesting. I'm like, alright, well, it's another Image comic. There's a lot of good stuff coming from Image lately, so wanted to check it out. And the idea that they have the first issue is more of a heavy issue recently. I really like that because it's like you're getting two comics in one. It's pretty cool. It gives you more time to catch on to the story and see if you like it. Fortunately, it turned out I didn't like this one. But Thanks for trying. Pretty much, it's the story about these wardens, I guess, had disappeared after the lands had gone through all this destruction. Now they're back. Everybody's, oh my gosh, the wardens are back. Why? What's going on? And everything's just let loose. I don't really care about the storyline too much, and unfortunately, as it's I'm trying to read, it abruptly stops in the middle of something happening, and then you have the next page next day, and I can't grasp onto a story and be interested when things like that happen. If you can't stay consistent, even if it's supposed to be some kind of a joke, I don't know. I don't get it, and so just not for me. Sorry. But I was surprised about this next one. The Twilight Zone. Who doesn't like the show? But it really was like watching the show. It caught my attention. It was interesting and caught my attention like a TV show does. Not like reading. Believe it or not, there is a difference between the two. But it was a really good story. This one, it's great. The guy is on a plane going back to his hometown. When he gets off the plane, he is instantly put right back into his childhood, time and everything. And he's able to talk to himself now. And it ends where it's telling you that something horrible happens the next day and he's there to fix it. I'm caught on. I gotta read the next one because I gotta know what's going on. And I'm antsy, and I don't know. I don't know why. I was very, very surprised. So we'll see. But my pick of the week. Here's the duh moment. Wonder Woman. How could it not be? And I'm already gonna say it because it's already discussed on the last page of the last issue. And if you don't know, oh my gosh, Donna Troy, she's back. It's not a spoiler. If you didn't read the last issue, then you're behind the times, and well, catch up because this is awesome. And I am freaking out. I am absolutely freaking out. Diana is still trying to figure out the whole God of War thing. She's trying to find her place. She's trying to not just be God of War, but she's got to be queen. She's got to take care of the mascara, and she's also part of the Justice League. She's being pulled in all these different directions, and she has so many forces that are against her, using that to just break her down. They're trying to. It's not going to happen. Just Wonder Woman. It's all going to work out. But I am freaking out because how could Donna Troy? Oh my gosh, Donna Troy, she's here and she's going to tear this place up. It's going to be fantastic. And I really like her new look. It's beautiful. It is absolutely beautiful. And you know the cosplay that is going to emerge from this is going to be amazing. And we have so many comic conventions that are coming up, you know it's gonna happen, and I'm excited. I'm kind of teary-eyed. I don't know. I'm really freaking out too much, but you know, I think instead of embarrassing myself anymore and showing emotion that I should not be as the angry nerd girl, we're gonna move on to Rick now.
All right, Elle. Thank you for those oddly enthusiastic reviews. Let's begin with my read piles. I had 2 this week. A lot of books. I have a read pile that was full of books that were, hey, so here's a couple of books that are basically just telling you, wait until the next issue. There was actually nothing particularly wrong with them. I enjoyed them very much, but they were both, like, I know that Moon Knight, that Brian Wood's run of Moon Knight ends at issue 12, and I know that the next issue of Amazing Spider-Man is the end of Spider-Verse. So both of these issues were like watching like part 2 of a trilogy where you know the 3rd movie's coming out, so you were just waiting for the to be continued at the end. Like a Star Trek episode where it was the dun 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 dun. Meanwhile, we have Uber, which we've stopped reviewing here on the show, not because it's bad, but because all I keep saying about it is making weird gushing noises about how much I loved it. So, read Uber. Alright, to the reviews. Yeah, here we go. Starting with Wolverines! I never get tired of saying that. This is issue 3. This is being written again by Charles Soule. New artwork. The art was a little different, and it was very much a odd issue because this is Phantom Elle. How ironic.
Ah!
She should be on the screen by now. And I believe that's her fox, which shares a telepathic connection with her. And the fox's name is Culpepper. So it's like Pep and Elle. But it's pretty cool. Not really sure what that has to do with Wolverines exactly, or any of the Wolverine characters. In fact, the Punisher makes an appearance, which is always a big deal for me. This felt like sort of a bookend on the Thunderbolts storyline that Charles Soule was writing. In fact, they even reference it. It's a weekly series, as we've mentioned, and this was a little bit of an odd step. I wouldn't say it was a misstep, because it was still a good issue, and I still enjoyed reading it, but it was a bit odd. Moving on. Goners! Number 4. I love this book. I really enjoy it. It's fun. It's ridiculous. I love the art. We even picked up, I believe his name's George Corona's, his Feathers. We even reviewed that a couple of weeks ago, just because I really like the art a lot. The story continues about the Latimers, and they're superheroes and they're celebrities, but they're also fighting like crazy demon stuff. It's super fun. I really enjoy Goners. I have never read a bad issue of it, and it's 4 issues in. And that's a good start. If you could do an entire story arc without missing a beat, I'm always excited about that. Now we get down to the almost pick of the week. Wicked and the Divine. My second Kieran Gillen book. Kieran, I'll never get that right. Of the week, and Jamie McKelvey. Okay, so as you can see on the cover, which should be here now, there appears to be a guy who has like a mask on. That is Woden, W-O-D-E-N. I'm not sure which god he technically represents. I believe he might be the god of like creating, like suits of armor. Like that's even referenced in the issue. But he's also one of the guys from Daft Punk, evidently, by his look. And we know that Gillen is taking pop icons and moving them into his pantheon in this book. Most notably, last issue was Prince, who actually showed up while in Purple Rain, and everyone thought that was hilarious. This was a great issue. I want to be friends with Woden now. He's kind of a dick, and I kind of like that in my characters. He knows he only has 2 years to live. He understands he's got to do everything he can in that time period, and he doesn't care what you have to say about it. He's one of these guys who's made peace with the fact that he's going to die. He's got all this power, all this ability, and he doesn't care because he wants to enjoy what time he has left, and I really appreciate that. Really great issue, another solid piece of work. But we have a pick of the week, so let's get the pick of the week up. And here it is, Batman and Robin, number 38. This is the new start. This takes place after Robin Rises Alpha. As you can see on the cover, Damian is super powered up, and sure enough he is. The story starts really almost shallow, like, if I may quote Peter Griffin, a bit shallow and pedantic. But that was like the starting point. That was to get you into the story. What we really see is we see a story of Damian tracking down his brothers, all of the other clones that his mother made of him, and doing away with them, but in the most wonderful way possible. He frees them from a life of being trapped in this little nothing bubble. And how he goes about it, and how he accomplishes it, and who he goes to visit in order to do it. I'm not going to give you all the spoilers, but it is a truly touching issue. Now remember, Damian has been back for all of essentially 2 issues. Batman and Robin 37, Robin Rises, and Batman and Robin 38. He returns in 37, we have the one-shot, and now we have his first real appearance. And it's like he never left. Tomasi has just written him so well. He's a character that you still love to hate because he is kind of a whiny jerk, but I can't be happier that he's back. And this was a fabulous issue, and that's why it was my pick of the week. For you, our loyal followers of The Read Pile, we have an awesome offer from Audible.com. Audible is offering a free audiobook download with a free 30-day trial to give you the opportunity to check out their awesome service. You can download some really great books like The Hobbit, the unabridged version from Tolkien. You can download Divergent, Lean In, lots of great stuff to check out. To download your free audiobook today, go to audibletrial.com/nerdupmedia. Again, that's audibletrial.com/nerdupmedia for your free audiobook.
Alright, that's this week for the read pile. Mr. Wright, who
Yeah,
are you thanking?
I am Mr. Wright. I am Mr. Wright now. Because now, like Marvel now, well, I'm Mr. Wright now.
I told you, it's not going to stop.
Oh, it's never gonna stop. First, I want to thank our friends over at Pro Wrestling Tees. They got me some new swag, shirt swag. If it wasn't so cold this week, I'd be wearing it without my jacket. But
I like how he actually is agreeing, though, with me that it is.
It's a little cold. It's fine. It's okay. It's all right. It's all right. We got a space heater for such events. It's fine. But thank you, Pro Wrestling Tees. They are friends of ours. You can find them on our Twitter. You can find them on our Facebook. And if you want to check out all the cool Nerd Up Media stuff, of course, you go to nerdupmedia.com. Also, nerdupmedia.com related big news.
Woo! In your face kind of news.
All right, there should be a graphic somewhere around here. But Omni Expo 2015, May 23rd at 3 p.m., Nerd Up Media will be hosting a panel at Omni Expo here in Orlando. So, if you are in Orlando for that weekend and you want to come visit your favorite nerds, come on down to the Nerd Up Media panel. We'll be going over Podcasting 101, showing you how two regular folks who kind of are okay being around each other can make their own webcast, how I created all by myself the phenomenon that is the Read Pile. You can also check in with friends of ours, the Lazy Gaming guys. They should be there. Plus Reasons I'm Broke. Plus my buddy Tom from Those Two Jerks. We're all going to be there. Even the angry Nerdgirl Elle may even make an appearance. So if you want to get those paw print autographs, now would be the time.
It'll be fun.
It'll be fun. Are you excited?
I am.
We're hosting a panel. We have arrived.
I'm excited.
That's you know what? Let's just end there.
Yeah.
That's a good note.
Yeah.
That's a good note. I sat on my jacket.
Oh my gosh, what's going on? Did you actually just pull that out of your butt?
Like these reviews. Like Fry.